Hey, hot moms, it's Amanda, and I am so excited to be with you today for our first ever, I guess this is a podcast. I don't really know what to call it, so we're going to go with the podcast today. Whether you've been with me since I did Hot Mom Live on Wednesdays on Instagram, or if you're brand new to the Substack community, welcome. Welcome to this space. We are going to grow, thrive, level up, and become the best version of ourselves together. So let's keep it real, y'all. Last year had a lot of ups and downs, but we made it. I made it. You're here. You made it. And just for that, I really want to take a moment for us to all just celebrate ourselves. We are standing tall. We are here. We have so much to look forward to. And honestly, that's worth honoring. I don't think we do that enough. So before we even start talking about 2025, before we dive headfirst, it's really important for us to do that, to reflect on our wins, because it's so easy, right? Like, how often do you just move on without giving yourself credit for what you've accomplished? I know I do it all the time, and that's why I've been very intentional at the beginning of the year to grab a journal and write down like all the wins, all of the victories from the previous year. Now, for me, and this is going to sound really weird, but one big win was taking some time to focus on my qualitative goals. Not quantitative, qualitative. I am always so laser focused on goals that can be quantified, but last year was a huge shift for me. I was forced to really kind of change the way I looked at my life, and more specifically, the quality of my life. I really had to reevaluate, like, what does balance look like and what does that mean in my life? I had to reprioritize a lot of stuff. Honestly, I thought all of that stuff was important, but I had this shift and it really caused me to have a major change of speed and direction. But honestly, that was the best decision that I had made all year. I think that I felt so much better last year. And now I feel like I can go into 2025 with a fresh perspective, a sense of newness. I'm really excited for the year. And I think that, I'm ready to start my year strong. So I wanted to share 5 things that I'm going to do to start my year strong for 2025. And really, this time between now and next week, the first couple of weeks, I really take January as a time to plan and get myself set up for success, create systems. So I'm taking this time to do that. And I want to share 5 of the steps, which are really great for me, have been working for me to start the year off with intention. So first, I'm going to reflect on my wins. I already said that. And it's all about starting on a high note. Now, when you look back and realize what you've already accomplished and achieved, it kind of builds that confidence and that momentum for what's next. Plus, celebrating those wins, it reminds you of what you're capable of. And it pushes me to, push a little harder, right? Sometimes you set kind of small goals and you're like, wait, I was able to do difficult things and I can do that, going into the new year. I also like to brain dump my goals. I have to get stuff out of my head. I have to write it down, pen to paper. So big or small goals, I write them all down. And again, this isn't the time for you to hold back. I like to dream big, but also get realistic, about what fits into your life and your resources. But at the beginning when I brain dump, I actually don't think about that at all. I just brain dump everything that I could think of and maybe do like 1 to 3 years, not even just for 2025, because you would be surprised of something you thought was like a long-term goal that might just happen for you in 2025. Now, if you need help organizing your thoughts, I am going to link my free Trello template in the notes, and it's definitely a game changer, and it's for you to brain dump all of your big ideas and goals. The next thing I do, number 3, is I choose my word for the year. My word is like my North Star, right? That's my aspiration. What do I want to focus on? How can I be more intentional? Last year, it was expansion. And I'm going to tell you, it shaped so many decisions in my personal and professional life. This year, I'm going to lean into intention. So think about it. What's your word for the year? What do you want to feel, achieve? What are you going to focus on? Number 4 is purchase a planner. I'm also going to add notebook in there. I am a notebook person. I have 7 million notebooks and they're all for different things. I love a good planner. There's something to me about just writing things down that helps me solidify my plans and keeps me on track. Now, if you are a digital person, invest in a digital planner, create you a digital template on Canva, whatever works well for you. But if you are a physical product girly, definitely still have some North Star Vision planners. They are my favorite. Of course, I made them. But it's simple. It's very powerful, though. So I'll also link that if you want to purchase. One of the last things I do is declutter my space. I am a firm believer that a cluttered space leads to a cluttered mind. When my house is clean, when everything has a place and things are in order, I feel the same way in my mind. I know everyone says clean up before the new year. I don't really care about that. I use the first couple of weeks of the year to ease into it. My Christmas trees are still up, and that's what I'm going to do before the month is over. But I'm going to organize. I'm going to deep clean, and that helps me start fresh without the pressure. I am not a person that feels like everything has to be done by January 1st. So those are 5 things that I do. It's easy to start strong, but it's also important for you to build momentum and habits so that you can keep these things going. They become sustainable. So how do we keep that same energy? It comes down to those habits and accountability. So over those, the first few weeks, how do you stick to your intentions? And make sure you're not just going through the motions. Create those systems, put systems in place so that these things become second nature for you. And you're not just setting, goals and resolutions that last for 2 months, a month even, Always a good time at the beginning of the year to use this as a chance to reset and refocus. Other things that I like to be intentional about is just think about, who's in my circle, my community, my connections. I'm very intentional this year, and I want to continue to be intentional about how I plan to honor and nurture my relationships. So I do try to take inventory of those and make sure that everyone is adding value, that we're able to pour into one another, able to motivate and encourage one another in a two-way street. And make sure that I have people in my circle that will help me to grow and level up. One of my big ideas and goals this year is actually to bring back the Hot Mom community. I want to focus on events this year that really help women connect with other like-minded moms. So I'll definitely be sharing more. I want y'all to hold me accountable. So if you don't hear more about that soon, I definitely want y'all to hit me up in the comments. But really, that's what I wanted to share. This is our year, this is the year of the hot mom. So I want everyone to step into it with intention, with confidence, and, with community. The only thing standing between you and your goals is your decision to start. So let's do this, y'all. Until then, we're going to stay fabulous, stay focused, and I will talk to you all soon.